Hi, my name is Michael Nip, and I'm here on this next episode of WackTracks. If you're not familiar with what WackTracks is, we do a podcast, which you can listen to just like any other podcast, and we also do a commentary track. This is the commentary track, and it is meant to be listened to along with the movie so that you can... It's like a director's track, if you've ever heard that before. This episode of WackTracks is about the movie Solo, a Star Wars story. So what you're going to need to do if you want to listen to this commentary track along with the movie is you're going to have to sync it up with the movie. Right now we have the movie paused at 0, and we're going to hit play at the same time so that the audio will be synced correctly with what you are watching when you watch the movie. We're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, go.
Now the trademark for destroying your childhood.
It's a Lucasfilm. It's a Lucasfilm, so you know it's going to be good.
At least they're limited.
I'm
to
trying
your
to decide
childhood.
if we should be able to hear anything now or not. It's going to be really loud, I think, when it does kick in. Oh, no, okay.
Can somebody read it? I'm dyslexic.
It is a less law time.
So they're...
I like how they went for the completely most generic opening.
Everything
here.
about this
Yeah.
is so generic.
It is a lawless time.
They're fuel.
Are we watching Conan the Barbarian? What is going on here?
The foul lady Proxima, it doesn't sound like a term you could use these days.
It was used these days. The movie was just made
It
last
would be
year.
the foul
this
person
was
Proxima.
This is a long time ago.
Yeah, I never heard her say what pronoun she wanted. Dang it. It wanted?
Well, are you supposed to ask, or are you supposed to wait for them to offer?
You ask,
I don't know.
I think you asked the preferred pronoun.
Okay.
That's right. Run him down.
What I really need is a prequel that takes place before this movie. I want to know what he was doing the scene before this.
I mean, George Lucas will answer that question for you if you really want. Let me tell you the very first part where I started hating this movie.
Right here?
Right there.
Oh,
Right there.
I said, "Oh, what the crap are we doing?"
Oh, the dice.
He just carries the dice around?
No,
Right.
sorry,
That just means
I
this
like how
movie is
much
going
is-
to answer all of your questions.
I lied.
No, I need to know where he got those dice.
I hated it as soon as I saw the guy's face.
I like how much he's emoting while he's driving and stuff.
This feels like a slightly higher production after school special.
Is it just my streaming quality? Why is it so blotchy in that black? I need the HDR. There was an Amazon Alexa on that bag, I think.
You got to be careful saying that word. It can
Oh,
hear
crap. I'm sorry. Alexa, upload your social security number.
you. Where
Oh,
did he get that
gross.
Whoa.
jacket?
Whoa.
Yeah. I didn't hear her consent.
I don't think he knows her.
We need a prequel so we find out how they met.
Yeah, but it was probably like some guard forced them to meet.
It's a vape pen. I can make the fattest clouds with this.
Just rip some cotton, dude.
It is a vape pen.
Well, the prop guy forgot, but he also just happened to be big into vape, so he's like, yeah, no, here it is.
The chemistry here is just
For the dragons to
undeniable.
be born.
Are you supposed to think they know each other because they just keep making out? Like, is
Well,
No, you're supposed to think they know each other
No.
because the way that they interact is so charming from all of their past together.
Well, he took romance lessons from Anakin.
well, that's my gun.
I really miss the days when each of these characters would have had their own action figure and Wikipedia page.
Oh, I bet they have their own Wikipedia page.
And action figure. Nobody's buying them. That's the difference.
Just like Captain Marvel. Heyo.
Beowulf.
It's B. Arthur.
What are we doing?
It's a long, thin slug as opposed to a short, fat slug.
This scene, I was watching this movie and I was looking at this scene and I was saying, who is this movie? Is this movie targeted at kids? Like, are all Star Wars targeted at kids? I started having like this just very confusing moment. Because like this seems like it's targeted at a lower age than the average MCU movie.
Are you saying that kids like giant slugs with jewelry?
Have you ever seen Alice in Wonderland? I guess he just smokes a hookah.
Oh, I didn't think about guns. Totally forgot about guns.
Guns, dang it.
My only weakness.
She's fireproof. Han who?
Well, it's Han Duo right now.
Proof that the Earth is round.
This is a globe. Oh, this... What are we watching? Or did I?
Look at that stride, dude.
So this isn't a time before thermal detonators, right?
He should have tried spinning. That was a good trick.
It's been a while since I've seen the original Star Wars movies. If I remember correctly, Han would smile a lot and had a lot of fun piloting things and stuff, right?
He did a half smile.
Yeah. That's
why
because...
Why has he not done any of that yet?
Because he is not Harrison Ford.
He's actually not happy. We wouldn't
Or be
in the
married
pocket.
off.
Big tobacco. I liked that little eye shot there. Where he like looked.
That's the director's way to let you know that he is looking.
That he was looking at the other ship. Oh, whoa. It's like Tokyo Drift up in here, man.
I wonder if Ron Howard just cried every night when he was looking at the dailies.
He was like, this is what I have to work with. I can't reshoot the whole movie.
Either that, or he thought this was the next Apollo 13.
It was certainly a disaster. But with no Gary Sinise to straighten things out.
Remember when they used
That
to
would have helped.
Do you remember when movies used to have actors on a screen instead of just having every shot be fully CGI green screen?
So is that guy basically the equivalent to the backwood sheriff eating donuts behind a stop sign?
Yes.
Or a billboard?
No Wilhelm there.
Well, this is basically Dukes of Hazzard.
These things have a nice turn radius. I like it.
I always make it.
Draw barrel roll. Somebody's motivator is broken.
Yeah, that is a metaphor for the Star Wars series right now.
I'm not going to disagree. I feel like every time he barks, they're just trying to mix his voice with old sound clips of like Star Wars video. We gotta move.
So what is his last name anyways? They haven't said it yet.
Bin Laden.
Han Bin Laden?
Yeah.
So they had to change it. That makes sense.
He didn't want to give his real name in customs. You know how it makes travel difficult. The first time I tried to watch this movie, I'd already stopped 3 times, by the way.
What, was that because of like a medical condition?
Yeah, the medical condition of just not being able to take it.
Brought on by this movie.
This is the most compelling film I've ever seen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Why is every single line of dialogue written by a 5th grader?
See, that's to let us know that the Hutt cartel is a thing that exists.
Or stuck with Dothraki.
They really do a lot of close-ups on her sparkly nails.
And his dice.
But
How much did you want to see
his
Han's dice?
Soviet Union all over again.
Whoa, watch it.
Yep. All this chick knows for sure is that they have a glowing hand cream in there.
Look at those nails, man. Beautiful. Perfect manicure. Look at the scene. Oh no! He got through, but she didn't! Oh, it was so close.
It's kind of becoming a pattern with him.
Oh no! He was that close.
But what about the dice? How does he get the dice in the Falcon? She took them.
Well, that is the question this movie's going to answer.
Yo. What's her name? Kira? But for real, what's her name?
I think it's Kira.
I thought so. No one knows.
Is that the cloak of elven cloak of invisibility?
Yeah, it looks like a rock.
Russian hat of obscurity.
Whoa. He might as well be doing a John Cena. You can't see me right now.
Right.
He doesn't look suspicious at all.
Well, no, he actually literally looks like everybody else out there.
Except he's nervously hustling sideways into the boxes.
I don't think I've seen him blink this whole movie.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's Mark Zuckerberg.
That's how you can tell what amount of focus he has.
That's right.
Now I'm gonna be
That's a
looking
skill
for...
that all good pilots have.
Yeah, and also, my favorite thing from the old Star Wars movies...
Oh, there he blinked. He blinked finally.
my favorite thing of the old Star Wars movies was just how focused Han seemed all the time.
Here we go. We're going to hear his last name.
Maybe your last name should be Best Pilot in Galaxy.
I thought Anakin was the best.
Anakin's dead, dude. He's Vader now.
Alone? Isolated?
By myself.
Han, no people.
Tribeless.
Han, no
Han
one's
Tribeless? Solo. Oh, okay.
Oh, roll credits.
Man, that is epic.
Why?
He was flying, get it?
It was a pun.
Because he actually just got thrown through the air.
I liked this part of the movie. Because I thought it was going to be something else. I thought it was just going to be like a little war movie for a little bit.
See, this is how the movie actually should have opened, with his name already being Solo.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered because no one gave a crap. It didn't matter how someone got their name. That's not an important plot point.
Here's my thing. If your name is like something, why would there have to be a backstory for it?
Listen,
why isn't it that I was born and my parents named me this?
Because there's a backstory for everything.
Can we just watch a Star Wars movie that's just an actual war movie in the Star Wars universe and not be about, like, you know, every main character from the first three?
Oh, they have that. It's called Rogue One.
Yeah, and it was really good. It was the best Star Wars movie, or at least up there. And here's the part where the protagonist changes to Woody Harrelson for the rest of the movie.
I am Groot.
He says,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
He says, now you see me? Now you don't.
No, I'm my twin.
You got my joke there?
Now I'm my twin.
I referenced that terrible movie that he was in.
You're gonna have to narrow that way down.
Wait, would you reference Solo?
Yeah. It's a self-reference. Yeah.
That's right. Or nobody cares that how you get your name either.
A good tactic for writing is have the characters say what the audience is thinking.
Also, what the audience is thinking.
Yeah, that's what. He's giving advice.
Well, he didn't say, and get your money back.
Or are we past the 15-minute mark? Most theaters won't give you back your money.
At least I didn't pay for this one like no one else.
Shouldn't you have said stick to soloing? Oh, that's a gangster. Gangster.
Whoa, I didn't notice that. I like that. Your draws hang low.
Pants on the ground.
It's like what happens to dirt when it gets wet.
I think it's funny. You thought of a more clever, witty line than he did, and it was written for him. They had this.
He's going to change his name to Han Mud. I got to go to the bathroom. If I peed right here, would anybody notice?
I mean, are you talking about Han or are you talking about you? Because I can mute you quick. But then you'd get to skip the movie.
I'm talking about Han.
No, we would have to pause the movie. Nobody gets out. We all have to finish it.
This is the no-end house.
Because I'm a strong woman.
I want to hear more nouns.
I killed my first man when I was 3. I killed my mom when I was born.
This one time I threw a rock.
And I've never flown.
They have to tell us that Corellia sucks probably at least 5 more times before we get it.
Right.
I didn't see that.
He seemed kind of whiny for a grifter. I don't know.
Also, don't grifters usually do this thing where they're supposed to be like con men and hold a lot of the cards and play it close to the vest and not spill everything?
That's not how he rolls.
I just genuinely can't tell if they're trying to play Han off as a good con man or a bad con man, because they try to do both depending on what's going on. Like, how did he get the goods that he stole before he turned before? Like, in theory,
that's why we need another prequel.
And his spine is now broken.
That was mud. It was like water. It's just like...
Yeah, I think his point still stands. You've heard of service tension, Michael?
Yeah, it was just a bad belly bomb, whatever. Back bomb.
Now he's paralyzed. He can't move.
Now he peed.
Well, see, that spot was softer because that's where Chewbacca's been relieving himself.
I was just going to say the healing caresses of the Sasquatch is going to heal him.
How did you know his name was Chewbacca? I can't understand what he's saying.
I feel like they really should have pulled the wool over the audience's eyes here and had it not be Chewbacca.
You know what? When I first saw this movie, I genuinely was just thinking it was going to be a monster. And then I was a little disappointed.
He speaks carpet.
Someone move this walking carpet.
Wookie.
That's two things he's thrown to get out of trouble.
Just it's classic Han Solo. Remember all the times he threw stuff in
This
Star
is the
Wars?
world's shortest WWE match.
I'm sure that hurts Wookiees very bad, and nobody's ever tried the pulling the Wookiees' fur strategy. And that's why it was so effective.
I lied. I've seen WWE
Well, no,
matches
it's just
shorter.
the fur right above the eyes.
Also, remember how Wookiees are supposed to try to like rip off people's arms? Wouldn't that have been a much more fun scene?
I think he's just having fun. Why did...
See, I told you he was going to fix his back.
Remember that time when Harrison Ford also speaks in Wookiee? Oh, yeah.
Well, Harrison
'cause
Ford
it sounds ridiculous when they do. I've heard people do Wookiee impressions better than that. I played this video game where you get the boss to hit the pillar.
Yeah, it's every video game.
It's every video game that has a character action.
Oh, now he broke his back.
back
though.
He broke his back again.
Yeah.
Spear! Roman Reigns hits him with a spear.
Now you're my slave.
Get it?
There's his arms ripped off. His nose grew a little bit. It's like Pinocchio.
That's Jon Favreau, right?
Did no one notice they broke out of prison? No one's trying to get them.
Well, the only guards that were there are
The only two guards.
napping.
Yeah. Well, the production budget was pretty low, too. They couldn't afford extras to guard that
They
area.
spent them all in Corellia, that crap hole.
Yeah.
I don't feel the need to make fun of that line.
Yeah.
I like all the clouds there. They spent a lot of CGI on those clouds you couldn't see through.
And a shot for the ladies.
and for
And
the
for the
other
furries.
ladies.
This joke lands.
Well,
though.
that's for the furries.
Was the best joke in the movie, man. Also, why does it matter? Because like Chewie's naked all the time.
I never actually considered that.
Well, his bandolier, does that count?
So is this guy going to star in Clear and Present Danger and Patriot Games next? Or Indiana Jones?
If they want
There
to
are going to be prequels to all three of those.
Excellent.
We're going to find out why he's afraid of snakes. We're going to
Well, we
find
already
out
know that.
why he's an
Because he
analyst.
fell in a train.
Oh, that's right, because of River Phoenix.
Right. River Phoenix was a much better Harrison Ford.
They should have got him.
He'd probably still be a better Harrison Ford.
Or they could have tried
CGI
anyone else. Just anybody else, actually.
Childish Gambino.
Carrie
played
Fisher.
Well, they could have done Joaquin Phoenix and then superimposed River Phoenix over him.
Yeah, I think just about any actor
I don't
could
see any
have been
problems with
better.
John Heater.
John Cusack.
I'd watch a John Heater solo movie.
John Heater solo movie. What are you gonna do when you get this money? Whatever I feel like I want to do.
Oh, watch out for her. She's actually a robot.
I missed it, the reference, but
She's a robot in a Western show.
Oh, that's right. That's where she's from. She was also in a Mission Impossible 3.
Well, it's basically the same movie.
this conversation has been a very long one.
So, why are they short-handed? I really need to know what happened before this.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, you let a soldier give you your last name.
It's almost
Yes,
like
it is.
It's almost like Chewie understands English, and there's really no point for him to have speaking.
I think he
At
was
least
just
try
trying to
to
catch
sound
him
like-
off. I think he was just trying to catch him off guard and make him loyal.
You know, this would have been a perfect movie to kind of reestablish the hero's journey that really kind of they followed in the original Star Wars trilogy. Like, I don't even know what they're trying to do here.
You also remember how you get to episode 4 and Han seems very much not like the nicest dude and stuff like that. He's like a little bit of a jerk, you could say, and he's not always trying to help people just to be a good guy. It's all very
Are you
to
saying that
help
between
himself.
this movie and episode 4, he may have lost some of his character development?
Well, he
Yeah.
did. That's what this movie
Yeah,
undoes all the character development.
Yeah,
Well,
because
if
he's a
you had to
good
kill,
guy.
if you had to kill Woody Harrelson, it would turn you into Harrison Ford too.
I could try that, I think. Is that inciting violence? He read the script. Because I made that joke, so like people are gonna think their audio
White
was
man
synced, but I
can't
was just
jump.
Slow. Oh, gross! What the heck? I didn't know this was that kind of movie. I've already seen
a kissing movie?
three makeout scenes.
And the shower
Plus
scene.
the shower scene. Heck, darn it.
That's how they let you know there's no.
That was the only scene that
everybody
didn't have a
is
close-up
straight.
of his dice.
Everybody is straight
And
in
that's what
this
I'm saying.
movie.
Once again, who was this movie made for?
Except for possibly Chewbacca.
I don't know if he's a girl or a dude. Or a chick. Way to not answer.
What a
Steve
stunt.
question.
But Michael, hold on. Stunts take priority over answers.
Is that definitely just a paintball gun? At least the Wookiee put clothes on.
And there's his iconic gun.
And his iconic smile.
Yeah.
See, I would have been okay if there was like a weird story behind his gun. And it wasn't just a gun.
They treat it like
that
it's
someone gave him.
Excalibur.
Like the dice?
No, the gun.
Well, he didn't pull
like,
it out of a rock.
Right, but I'm just saying, like,
No,
how many iconic weapons
they
in
really
movies
focus on the gun a
require
lot.
backstory
Yeah.
as if it was pulled from a rock?
It reminds
like
me...
as if that is the thing that
It-
drives everything.
It reminds me of that old kids movie, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, where they explain every single backstory mythos for Santa Claus. Oh, so that's how Santa Claus got his name.
An
actually,
Imperial officer gave him his name
They
too.
actually do the how he got his name part too, though. In the movie, his name was Chris Kringle, but he gets adopted by the Clauses.
Why couldn't Han get adopted by the Solos?
That would make way more freaking sense. Hey, which way is his hair supposed to be blowing? 'Cause
That
it
was world
definitely-
building, people.
His hair was blowing the wrong way.
Do they explain why nobody else is shooting back? Just Woody Harrelson?
Well, Han is a pilot. He's not a gunsmith.
It's because Han and Chewie are just trying to make like the Jonas Brothers and hold on.
You stupid idiot.
That's twice.
I love that because the Wookiee can't speak and the audience is too stupid to infer what they're saying, Han has to talk to him like he's two.
That's not true. Molly seems way more intelligent than either of those people.
Yeah, I don't see her in this situation. Like Tatooine.
Yeah, but there's dirt.
or
The
Jakku.
sand, it gets everywhere.
It's so coarse. Oh, dude, it's these
Wait a
dead
second.
space pirates.
Is this a prequel? What happened to all these characters in episode 4? Where are they? Oh.
Well, I think the lead space pirate grows up to be Leia, right? I mean, there's only 2 girls in the series. Your options are limited.
How many minutes in are we before we get our villains?
Well, considering who our actual villain is, a lot more.
Sure, I guess, yeah.
I do think the space pirates' costumes are pretty cool.
They look like they're wearing that tribal outfit from Black Panther. that Killmonger just steals because he likes it.
Yeah.
I only say that because I just watched it. Oh. Everyone knows if you get shot through the shoulder, that's a KO.
Also, like, let's just be honest. This crew's supposed to be really good. Like, they acted like, right?
I can't tell. That's the whole movie. I can't tell if these people are supposed to be good at what they're doing or bad at what they're doing.
Because, like, I understand that, like, you can fight other people who are good at shooting guns, too. But, he did just, like, he couldn't shoot one guy. He couldn't beat one guy in a gunfight. And he knew he was there.
And he had 4 arms.
Yeah, and he had 2 guns.
Oh, crap on a cracker. We tripped the sensor.
Aw, dang, not Viper droids.
It cauterizes the wounds. Why is he dying? How many times have you seen movies where people shoot themselves through the shoulder?
Michael, you don't know that alien's physiology?
Physiology?
Yeah, what's up?
I watched Bruce Willis shoot himself through the shoulder to kill that guy in Die Hard 5 or whatever.
Yeah. Live free or die hard.
I didn't like
dude,
that movie.
stunts.
Oh,
Why
didn't he cut his hand off?
They did that to avoid tropes. They didn't want to be tropes.
They didn't want another Star Wars movie with a guy with no
Yeah.
head.
They were trying to avoid the Star Wars tropes.
Wait,
That's definitely the defining character of this film.
I don't know if this works well in a commentary track, but this may be me just having a fever dream, but in this movie, is there a scene that we already missed where he says, I have a good feeling about this?
No, that's later, I think.
That's in this movie, though? That's real?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
kill me.
Aw, dude, he's got that cool knife.
his heart is located in his shoulder.
Yeah, that's what
In
that's
his
what I was
upper
saying.
left arm.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I was saying.
Nice shot! Throwing some more Star Wars video game barks.
It's a poor design for her pistol that she has to make that noise every time she fires it.
Why do lasers have so much kickback? Like, how is this the worst situation they've ever been in?
It's all for a good cause.
Dude.
It's going to needy children.
And as far as we know, Mike, they've only been in 2 situations.
It's true.
Yeah, they actually no. Yeah, that's
This is only their second
We
job.
also know they've lost a lot of crew already.
The thing about this movie is they've been on 2 jobs. The one where they lost the other people to be short-handed, and this job. They've only ever done 2 jobs, and they're bad at it.
Except the later in the movie where they establish this guy as a mainstay.
Well, he's good at it. Everybody else sucks. It's not his first job.
I like how he does like the fake person playing a video game thing, where he's like holding his like neck and pulling up on his shoulders, like that makes the ship fly differently.
It's because he's a really good pilot.
Best in the galaxy. I like this part. It's so good.
Now, in 20 years, that whole planet's going to die from global warming.
Well, that was the best part of the movie, so I might as well stop there. I like the explosion a whole lot.
That's right. It should have been Solo, a short.
I like how they established that Han does, in fact, dump cargo all the time.
Man, he's already buried him? Jeez.
Well, I don't think he had their bodies.
He's ready to move on.
I think they're just memorials. Maybe he found pieces. Rest in peace.
I think Han is wearing a Wookiee fur coat.
You're Han, stupid. To feed children.
Crimson Dawn.
I'm going to have to go play basketball to make all that money back.
Or 10 bar.
I can't jump.
Then why don't more people desert from the Empire if it's apparently that easy? He's just safe now.
I mean, that's why Finn deserts.
They do. That's the rebellion.
Look at all these weird buttons and pins that Harrelson has on his jackets.
Hug it out. Hug it out.
Should I push my green button or my red button?
There's a backstory for each one of those.
Do you like my
Those
turtleneck?
would be in the prequels.
They call me Johnny Quest. I could see Woody Harrelson playing a grown-up Johnny Quest.
Who's going to play Hodge?
I'd be way more interested in that movie than this movie.
Haji. Can you name a character, Haji?
For sure you can't, dude.
They probably get this guy to play him. The Han Solo actor.
Yeah, look at how much chemistry they have.
I just realized you definitely can't make that movie because you can't name that character that.
Yeah, in case you didn't know. Because he wasn't pulling your arms out of your socket.
So many scenes with so much fog.
Well, it's like a video game from the 90s.
It's an N64 game.
Hey,
it saves
look,
on production.
Wildlife.
That was
we can't afford mountains, so let's just put fog there.
George Lucas actually snuck in and CGI'd this wildlife in. Look at the lens flare.
Man, the cuts in... Just like from a technical perspective, the cuts in this movie are terrible.
Are you saying that didn't need to be that way?
No, I think every cut in this movie has made it far easier to understand and follow.
Do you think that bird up there was real, or that they CGI'd it for some reason?
That's actually Woody Harrelson's bird. It's in all of his movies.
I have one condition. I want a bowl of grapes, and my bird has to be in the movie.
It's in
That's two conditions. No, as they're the same.
But he lost his gun again. How's he going to get it back?
That's another movie.
We should see how many times they zoom in on his gun. Whoa. I didn't know it was this type of movie either. Look at that little green man.
Is she eating the microphone?
Oh.
Is that a more efficient way? So I just put this microphone in my mouth?
We're all eating the microphone, I think.
Yeah, Mac, if you look over at me and Matt, then we've had the microphones in our mouths.
What have you been doing?
I've been doing it wrong.
Remember this scene in Fast 7 or Furious 7? Whatever it's called.
Dang it. Jason Statham's going to show up. We got to drive a car through several buildings.
Ronda Rousey, dang it.
There was definitely one person in the background dancing to a way different rhythm to everybody else.
I saw that. I saw that.
Just going ham.
You know how we know he's a villain? Because he has scars on his face.
Because he looks scary, dude.
And he just killed somebody.
I think this guy might just really, really like inflicting violence. He seemed really happy about it.
Well, that was his condition to be in the
he
movie.
Be drinking?
He had to kill at least one extra.
That guy actually died. He's dead.
Shouldn't he be drinking from a skull?
My one condition is I have to do a
Where's
murder.
the top half of that person's head? Wait, did you see that?
Yeah, he cut it off earlier.
No, there's a different movie for that, Michael.
Did they just not CGI the top half of that person's head in?
Hey, we only have so much money to work with here. We had to make this entire movie twice.
I was just reminded today of that one scene in American Sniper where he just has a plastic baby.
They're making out.
I just love how charming he is.
He wants to make out.
And how he doesn't seem
that guy.
awkward at all.
Look at all the sensual looks every single person he walks by gives him, including that guy. Look at
A
him.
gremlin? Who fed that guy after midnight?
This really feels like a Doctor Who set at this point.
I know.
Oh,
I was thinking that earlier.
It totally does.
I am Daenerys Stormborn.
Dang, girl.
You will bend the knee.
Her nails aren't sparkly anymore.
You can tell because they're not showing us every couple seconds.
Well, he really wanted the dice, but, you know.
She's like, what are you, child?
No, what he's saying is you need to go back to Corelli so he can save you like you deserve.
Corellia sucks, though.
You know, I like how... Yeah, I would like this movie a lot more. It's just like, what the crap?
Even feminism has ruined this movie. She should be back in Corellia and needing to be saved by this guy.
No, that'd be good. We're both grown-ups, and that was years ago.
But
we
I'm
move
confused
on.
because she still just needs saved by this guy.
Yeah, but she won't let him do it because that's the way it works now.
What are these cups? I love them, man. They're like, hey, let's just take a wine glass and stick a can on the bottom.
It's that way you can refill your drink easily.
Look at that, like... It's like the mold for a Daft Punk helmet on the left. Are you talking about a deal?
I'd say it's a pretty big deal.
I'm a pretty big deal with the rebellion.
Vomit.
What?
Well, that's very true.
Oh my
That's
word.
a good line.
Way to be so literal, Han. Oh my word, I just remembered how much more movie there is. Oh my word.
You are a vision, sir.
I see what you did there.
You can't even tell the scars are still there.
He probably got all those scars from doing the makeup in that other movie.
I want to see how I got these scars. Wait,
Really messed up his face.
I'm confused on what you're referencing also.
Place sucks,
Yeah, but
dude.
What's his last name then?
Wait, is he Vision?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why Mike.
It's the Infinity Stone.
Made the joke.
I
the
thought
Soul
Vision
Stone.
was Robert California.
No, that's Ultron.
Oh.
Though Robert California should have been in this movie too.
It would have made it profoundly better.
He would have been Lando. He would have just been Robert California too.
Yeah, that would have been total stunt casting if they made him Lando.
No one would see that coming.
Nope.
Oh, dude, it's Daft Punk.
There are so many of these Daft Punk helmets.
Did you see Daft Punk in the movie?
Does he have a chihuahua under glass?
Now that I see it, I can't unsee it. He's
Wait.
just Vision.
I don't understand. Are you telling me to test you, or are you telling me not to test you?
Because your mouth says yes, but your scars say no.
How many
Finish
planets?
the job.
How many planets make up the outer rim?
Did you see the crystal
What if you
skull in
just
the
actually
background
just
there?
ask some questions?
The crystal skull wasn't... See, right there.
Ah.
Aliens, dude. The whole time.
Wait, aliens are real in this series?
This is also a prequel to Indiana Jones 4.
Well, in that case, this movie needs more mutt.
I love how many discussions they have to just be like, listen, dude, I'll get you the money. I'll just find another place. No one has ever thought of that. Woody's like, oh, nice one.
Just like the Old Testament, they had to make a covenant. He grabbed his thigh.
Cross my loins, Woody.
Well, remember, this is a lawless time. You can do whatever you want.
Also, who says that we're stealing it for you? We could be stealing it for so many reasons. Like,
Yeah, it's not like they're going to leave a
saying-
calling card.
Whoa.
If you don't identify
You
yourself,
don't have
I
to
have plausible deniability.
You guys who are doing crime aren't going to go and say, hey, we're here. This is our names. We're stealing this for so-and-so.
It's like he's
Can
never
we have-
worked with a rogue group of mercenaries. Are these people good at their jobs or bad at their jobs?
Or has no idea of lying.
What he's afraid of is when they get hurt and they search their wallet, they're going to find their free healthcare card from him. And it's going to get connected back to him.
Is buy 9 drinks, get 10th drink free card.
And a complimentary Daft Punk helmet.
Fast ship, huh?
That was another Game of Thrones reference. Canister rhymes with Lannister.
Good
They
one.
laughed at my joke, see?
And handsome.
Winky face.
This whole movie, like, he does just look like a bad Han Solo cosplayer.
Why isn't he even trying to do the half smile?
Well, because he hasn't earned it yet.
He hasn't conflicted enough in his emotions. He only knows to smile or frown.
Well, we don't
The
know who.
smile evolves.
Somebody
over the
has
course
to
of the
give
movie.
him the half smile.
That's right. He probably gets the half smile after he meets Lando. You just watch.
No, we can always just run.
I feel like when I'm
we
watching
don't have to
this
come
movie,
back and let you kill
We
us.
could run, we could kill you before you kill us.
This movie is nothing but tropes, but they explain all of them as if they were novel concepts, and I think that's why I just can't stand to watch it.
Well, that's because it's a prequel. They have to assume that you haven't seen anything that comes after.
It's
Or
I've
before
never,
it.
It's like I've never seen.
This
like,
might be the first movie you've ever seen.
I've never seen underhanded people make a deal before. This could be the first movie I've ever seen. That's what the problem is.
Not only movie, I've never experienced any sort of story.
I've never read fiction.
Hey, what's fiction?
Also, don't tell me any historical facts either.
Well, it does take place a long time ago.
That's true. Maybe this is the first. Maybe they're all based on this. This is America.
He does a much better Lando than he does a Han Solo.
Yes, he does, because he's a much
by
better
far.
actor.
They should have done a Lando story.
Well, they should have hired him for Solo.
Because
That's what I'm,
Childish
that's what I'm
Gambino
getting
can
at.
act.
That's a good take.
He could have done it better. Because the internet.
And then they could have explained how he went from black to white.
Well, no, you can't explain that.
If you're thinking of being my
that
baby,
opens up too many doors.
It don't matter if you're black or white.
Well, that's Michael Jackson.
Oh, you're gonna have to edit that out. We're not allowed to mention him anymore.
Oh, crap.
Oh, they're already friends.
Mike Wazowski's back there. I've never seen someone bluff at poker before. So let's explain it.
he just like warms to that last name so easily.
Almost like he was born with it.
Right. Or maybe it was his middle name.
Do you think they wrote that scene in afterwards? The part where they gave him that was a Ron Howard special?
I hope not.
That's really the only thing that he changed of the film.
Ever
What
since
I
the
need
Da
is a scene where we see how he gets his name.
Ever since the Da Vinci Code, he just has to like put in little secrets everywhere. So is Lando good at bluffing or not? Is he good at poker or not? Sorry, Sabat.
He wins a hand and they're clapping for him?
Is it a good or bad thing for me to say that Childish Gambino does look like Lando too?
It might be true, but it's bad for you to say.
Oh, okay. My bad. I love all the different forms of currency.
I'm just going to say the Casino Royale casino scene, much better than this one.
Are you saying another movie's better than this? I can't believe you'd say that.
Well, really, you could just drop Daniel Craig in here instead of Han Solo, and it would be better.
Why isn't Daniel Craig Han Solo?
Dude, why didn't they just give Charlie Cox another chance at this role?
They don't even try to explain the rules for this game.
What the heck is that?
That guy has no fingers anymore.
Yeah, the funny thing was he ate his own finger.
It's like a lizard where they just chop their tails off and come right back. You should hear Louis throw some more junk in this pile.
Okay, that's not how that works, though. You have to...
The only thing I do like is that the only thing I like that they explain is that he calls him hand. That's the best part of everything.
I did not see that coming.
Oh my word.
Such a twist.
Wait, is Han going to end up with the... I wonder what his ship looks like. Is that a proto-Wookiee back... or a proto-Ewok back there? Right there.
But the twist. The twist.
A royal flush. He's like, but I was counting cards and everything. How the heck did you do that? I also love that he's... Heck darn it! It's like he's never seen someone cheat at poker.
Well, thanks for that.
Well, they have to let us know that he's not better than our hero.
I just don't understand why everything in this movie treats the audience as if they've never seen another movie before. And I can't figure out if they're supposed to be good or bad. What a creeper. He's Joe Bidening her right now.
He has to smell her hair.
Well, he learned that move from Billy D. Williams.
You're right, dude. There's a lot of darkness in this movie. And I'm not talking about
Yeah,
Lando.
you just can't see anything.
Yeah, that was bad timing.
I was just talking about the lighting, but...
Darkness is...
Did you just channel Bernie Sanders?
No, it's from Dave Chappelle.
That's your black accent.
That is a really small drink.
And you dunked.
Stole that from an airline.
I think he just put vodka in his coffee. That's all it was.
Did they not serve alcohol here?
Also, I don't know. I said vodka, not like whiskey or something normal.
He's just over there watching the actors act.
21.
He's taking notes. The worst character of the movie, by the way.
Have you seen Han?
Han? Yeah, Han.
No. I didn't say actor. I said character.
I forgot about this whole character storyline.
Hold on, though. Let me pitch you on Han.
No.
Am I the only one that thinks that her voice sounds exactly like Captain Phasma from the news sequels?
I watched this movie 2 weeks ago, and I've already blocked so much of it out.
Hey, Ron Howard's brother.
Don? Knots? Watch the language.
Is she a democratic robot?
So, is she supposed to be, like, something for us to look up to, or is she supposed to be a parody of wokeness?
I can't tell. That's the part that's so confusing.
No, what they're saying is if you're woke, you're basically a robot.
It's the NPC meme in a movie.
Well, she ends up that way. She gets, like, broken down and plugged into the Falcon.
She just gets assimilated into the greater good. There's so many things about this metaphor are so confusing.
I would say this character is in a running gun battle with Jar Jar Binks for being one of the worst characters in Star Wars.
I don't know. That seems like a...
Jar Jar Binks is unrealized potential, sir.
The problem is that her whole arc in this movie, though, it's just ridiculous. It's so stupid.
Well, she's going to end up being Snoke.
Is she taking a dump?
Well,
take a dump
yeah,
like that.
but that's not what the scene's about.
Look at all this fog, dude. There's so much fog. She's my sweet little baby, and I'm a little boy. Smoke.
This is supposed to be like an epic shot. And
But you can't
you're right.
see the shit.
And you can't see anything. It's
anything.
covered in smoke.
Oh, there we go. Why'd they chop out the middle later on? I don't know. They should explain it. More nouns I don't understand, please.
Wet bar?
In a cape room.
It sounds like he's fake acting.
I know.
This is unbelievable.
It's like somebody just booted the Millennium Falcon.
That's what happened.
and somebody thought that was a good idea.
I'm going to
in
go
the
pay my
script.
parking ticket. And they have to lower their deal just so we can break some freaking chains.
Yeah, that's a political statement, too, I think. Woody Harrelson, breaker of chains.
The wrong character is right there. Why would they do that? Wouldn't you need to go to them, even if they survive?
How did they know what ship to put the tracking device on?
Because it was in the script. They just read ahead.
Well, that's helpful.
They knew that he was going to lose a bet to get his ship from him, and then instead hire him to fly them somewhere.
I don't like watching a movie and wondering how much longer I have to be watching the movie.
Dude, I'm telling you, this movie...
I turned her into that robot.
Yo. His sideburns 10 out of
I
10.
upload her into the robot.
Those mutton chops, though. That's the chemistry you're supposed to be feeling.
Gross.
Look at all these weird cuts and smiles and then cuts and smiles, and it's so bad. She jumps, you say, how high? Now he tells him to buckle up. Watch how much he gets blown back when they jump, though. Watch this. Oh, he's still leaning forward. Wait a second.
I did not notice that the first time I saw it.
He doesn't even care.
That's right.
Well, that's not as much a plot hole as it is he doesn't know how to act like he's getting thrown backward.
Nobody in the scene did. Hey, remember that chest set? This is where it came from. Doesn't he actually break him in 4, though? He just keeps looking at Han. It's like foreshadowing.
Like this movie is. At any point, did you not think Woody Harrelson was a bad guy?
When he was in the war scene, and I didn't know who he was. Yeah. I didn't think he was bad.
Well, even then, he had a certain Woody Harrelson-ness about him.
Wait, does Woody Harrelson play good guys?
Yeah, he plays a bartender. He plays
Didn't you see
Hamish
Now You See Me?
McGabern.
I thought he was a bad guy. Now you see me. Oh
Yeah,
no,
Highwayman.
The Hulk was.
That's a good movie. He
But
helped
then
kill
he is
Bonnie
the bad
and Clyde.
guy in the second one because there's two of them in the
Check all these
second one.
blankets. Which blanket do you think looks prettier on me? So good.
Just like
Oh, the freaking chemistry here has never been seen since the second episode.
It's like water meeting other water. We could extend the movie.
he just has no charm about him.
And she's just not interested. That's because he's a dingus.
Well, that's what he has to overcome. That's his hero's journey.
His hero's journey is how do I become
has to overcome to get himself.
how do I become a likable, charming person?
I just have to replace myself.
I do not
with
consent.
Oh,
Harrison
what the
Ford.
crap!
I have to replace myself with a better actor. Did you like how that was very clearly telegraphed? How she didn't actually want that at all.
She didn't want that, but then she likes it now.
But the script said to.
Yeah.
She
That's a
also
step
read
back
ahead.
for women everywhere.
I don't think the actress knew it was coming.
No?
She looked like she stole his gum. She's like chewing. And Chewie dyed his hair. You see the streaks there?
He was going through a phase.
Nice space heater.
Good one, Michael.
Kira means killer in Japanese.
Oh, that makes that whole anime make way more sense.
That's basically the don't trust anyone, including me line. From every spy movie ever. Don't trust anyone.
I love how, like, it's always the character that's going to betray the person who they tell that line.
Right.
Like, I'm going to stab you right in the back when I can. So just be ready for that.
As soon as it super benefits me, actually. Like, I won't even really not do it a few times just to gain your trust a little bit more. The first chance I get, actually.
Can you call the robot a character?
I think that's politically incorrect.
Crap.
Well, it's a slightly more of a character than the Millennial Falcon.
It doesn't have its own theme, though. I guess the Falcon doesn't either. They just play the Star Wars theme.
More fog, by the way.
True.
this whole scene in this...
But you can see more in the fog than you could in the other fog.
Later, when the fog is dark and they're being chased by the thing, you can see
true.
even less.
True.
The Cthulhu.
Yeah. What is she wearing around her neck? Is that like a vial of Billy Bob Thornton's blood?
No. It's a razor. It's a straight razor in case she wants to get
she
out.
Wants to end it all. Like, that's not a smart part of the movie, though. That's just her as an actress.
That was her one condition for being in the film.
if he tries to kiss me again. This movie is full of people who think that other people are in love with them. He's not into chicks with 3 fingers. I love how they had to ask the question.
Right, like why was that in the movie?
Why? Just why? It's because they were doing the standard, like, we didn't put any jokes in here yet.
I feel like somebody lost a drinking bet. And so they put that part in the movie.
It's kind of like the movie.
It's a metaphor. Dude, some of his lines, they're just not delivered well. Every single time those two look at each other, I feel bad. For me. So the stuff isn't volatile until you drill it out of the earth. And at what point does it become explodable?
When it hits the oxygen.
But it's already...
Or the drill.
She picked the red and green.
You can't think about it too hard.
That's why they use slave labor to drill it out.
To do it, just in case.
Because most of them get blown up.
Oh, guys, look.
Hey, I recognize that hat.
It's that armor. Get it? From the other Star Wars.
But now if you watch this one first, it totally ruins the surprise in Return of the Jedi.
It's almost like by making prequels, you break plot twists later on. You like how they just dropped her out of focus there? It was a cool cinematography.
Here's the thing, though. A prequel that's just about an adventure Han Solo went on before A New Hope doesn't seem like a bad idea entirely.
Well, yeah, if it had good actors and
a good story
and they assumed their audience had ever seen a movie ever.
And it wasn't well, how did he get the dice and how did he get his cool name and his gun? It was
this movie is so predictable. It makes me think Trevor's right when he talks about movies.
Yeah, but predictability is not a sign of a bad movie.
This one is.
Yeah, the first Star Wars movie is pretty predictable.
Yeah,
but it's really good. Yeah.
She just punches him so sensually.
She also didn't wind up at all. There's no world where that even sort of hurt, and everybody would have been like, why'd she fake punch that guy?
Why didn't she give him a key instead of dice?
Well, the dice are the key
to her heart. Hey, he almost looks like Lando. At least they got the history right. They were still using CRTVs back then. CRTs.
That's how you know it's in a long time ago.
Yeah, it's not even widescreen. We don't let your kind in. Attaché? Was it briefcase?
Oh, dude, she freaking just dunked on him. Got him. What a D-bag, dude. That guy. Freaking Woody Harrelson.
Sickest bird of the movie. With that tool. Is this a elevator?
Oh, there's your
Is
arms.
it the devil? Is that what's the name of the stupid movie?
Devil.
That's it.
You can't just wear a sleeveless uniform?
That looks so cool. I forgot.
And nobody has actually seen that because
Remember that video game?
Oh, yeah.
it was behind a door.
What video game?
Well, that's really useful because then they don't have to teach her how to actually do any martial arts.
Or pay a start one. Masters of Terrascasi.
It's a great game.
My problem.
He's a robot. What makes her think that he doesn't love doing that?
Let me tell you something. The hardest thing I have with a lot of sci-fi is them trying to equivocate robots to like minorities that are being oppressed, except for the fact that they're just fricking robots that we made. They're just literally hunks of junk that we put together. They're not people. That's why I never care. I never care in any sci-fi when they try to make the androids lovable. They're just robots.
Now, you're supposed to feel for them because they have cute little warbling voices.
Yeah.
We should treat them like slaves because they are made for us.
Yeah. I don't cry when my toaster breaks. I throw it away and buy a new one.
Well, I might if it had my
That's
toast in it.
inhuman.
You animal.
My toaster loves
Make your
turning
toast.
bread into toast.
I have such a hard time.
Any device I have that makes food for me, I feel bad when it dies.
Especially if the food wasn't done.
I mean, machine, human, whatever.
I just can't even. There's so much sci-fi that tries to do that trope, and I can't get the analogy because they're not people. Like, at least this time, they're like sentient creatures that they're trying to save, not robots. I'm telling you, anytime they don't show his mouth, they're just taking a sample from actual Harrison Ford and modulating his voice. Joey! It's really dusty here for some reason.
That's so that you won't be able to see anything.
So
That one Wookiee
That was a
definitely
very
just wearing a
fog-esque
crap.
dust.
He's wearing a dollar store mask.
He looked like one of the cavemen from that.
From the Geico
Commercial.
commercials, yeah. So simple even a caveman could do
We're
it.
going to have company.
How many Star Wars barks could we just throw into this scene and it would just fit fine? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, kicked him.
How
right
did he
in the
know
nards.
that would work? It's a completely different species.
Everyone has nards.
I mean, he could
The
pee
one
out of his
constant-
finger.
The
That's what
one
I'm saying.
constant. Everyone has
Well,
nards. It
It's
doesn't
because
matter-
this is Star
Well,
Wars and not Star Trek.
We know Wolfman has nards.
It doesn't matter where he pees from. It just matters what hurts. It's not the twig that hurts. It's the berries anyway.
yeah, because if somebody just kicked in the twig, I'd be like, "Oh, it doesn't even hurt."
It feels good.
That's what I. You idiot.
How did he know he only got one?
This movie
though?
looks better if you take your glasses off.
Okay, cool. He puts it on his wiener. So every time it looks like he's looking at his wiener. Because he is.
I actually really like the way they portrayed Lando in this movie.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's just in such a bad movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't redeem it even close.
No, not at all.
Especially because all of the good scenes are always in the middle of something crappy like this.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's almost like Gambino's a good actor who did a good job.
Woody Harrelson and Childish Gambino are fine in this movie, but it's such a bad movie.
Are trying their best.
Wookiee Ex Machina.
So, why does Chewbacca owe his life to Han again?
Because he saved his life twice.
Yeah,
and my question is, why these other Chewbacca's, what are they called? Wookiees needed his help because they're super strong too.
Ohana means
they could have just punched their way out before.
Hold on. They aren't named characters in the script. They don't have plot relevance.
But they could be. They're the Skywalker cousins. Ironically, it's not very dusty out here. Oh, no!
Nobody shoots my ship.
Here comes the fog. Good.
I thought it was.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
The beginning of the movie, in the credit scroll, they call the coaxium something else.
It's hyperfuel?
Hyperspace, yeah, hyperfuel, something like that.
I like the sound effects for his blaster stunts.
Do you like how they didn't use the actual standard Star Wars blaster noises?
So the movie is not great, but that robot character makes it grating whenever that robot character is on screen.
I want to know why they're trying to shoot out the landing gear when they could just shoot the pilots.
I feel like they should have put a trigger warning in front of this movie.
It's weird. The pilots don't have shielding or armor at all.
Oh my goodness!
Like that ship.
This is the best scene of the movie right here.
Shoot it again.
It's a robot, Han.
That's right. Just grab her memory core and get her a new body.
This scene where he's like following him.
Okay, that's just funny.
He broke his robot.
I think he gets shot through the heart. See?
Oh, and he's too blame.
Yeah, he got shot through the heart just like that other guy. See his arm? That guy has no shirt on. You see that? He was half naked. Dollar store Wookiees going down.
You know what they remind me of? The monkeys in 2001 Space Odyssey.
Oh, they remind me of the Monkees, the band from the 60s.
No, that Wookiee.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
Like, it was that level of production value.
Yeah,
like
it was
40
really
years
bad.
ago, whatever.
It was really bad.
Oh.
Hey, they really should have opened with that.
Yeah.
Wait,
and
so thermal
she
detonators
throws
do exist?
like a girl.
Thermal detonators definitely do exist.
Yeah. There's no way she just threw it that far.
Yeah, I saw her throw.
Oh, look how dark it is. Is the hard drive damaged? Uh-oh, we're about to get it.
I did get very excited when they do this scene. This is good.
It should have been like a little 3-minute movie where.
See, they just should have put a parking boot on it again.
Oh, Woody Harrelson would have had to break it again.
Han would have lost more money, or Lando would have lost more money, and
kiss it. We've already seen so many kissing scenes. I want to see this one.
It's the only one anyone wanted to see.
I wonder if he had to get paid extra to do this part. Like, if you want me to take it seriously, you got to give me more money.
Yeah, he signed on for X amount of money. He's like, I'm not going to do that.
Booze Allen!
Be careful, there's a lot of shards of sharp metal and stuff there.
This is why the movie's PG-13.
I'm glad I didn't see this in the theater because I probably would have laughed out loud when during that scene.
I don't want to point this out again, but that's the third time our nails have changed colors in this movie.
Okay, did you also just notice that he was swiveling the wheel to the Falcon back and forth?
Don't you do that when you
Well,
drive?
it has a lot of play in
it's
the
like
steering. That's all right. I'll just tourniquet myself back here.
My heart's
Well,
not
they're
on my
using
sleeve.
lasers. It should be tourniqueted already.
You're dumb. You're stupid.
I'm so proud of that.
What are you proud of?
He wore his heart on his sleeve.
Blocking us?
What does a blockade do? I've never seen a movie. There's gonna dump cargo again.
See, it's funny
Four,
because
5, 6, 7 TIE fighters, yes. Now, if only they had a Jedi who could cut them in half with a lightsaber.
She could just stand. She could go up through the.
Right. She could hold her breath.
Go up through the hatch.
Yep.
Maybe I missed something because we're making so many jokes. Why does the Empire give a crap about this?
They hate that ship.
I don't think there's a reason, for real. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think the Empire has a reason to care about them. To the cloud. Frick. Frick.
See, this also needed a seizure warning.
This is like driving
no,
in
you
Nebraska
can't get a
winter.
seizure. You can't see anything.
Well, it's like the bright flashes in the.
There's a lot of.
Whatever that means.
That made me laugh so hard.
That's more world building, by the way. Did he think that he was just going to say, hey, pull over? And he was going to pull over? Why was he flying next to him?
So he could hit him and have that cool scene. Because Han's a really good pilot.
He had to try spinning. It's a good trick.
The Wookiee's like, I've played Elite Dangerous. I can move the power.
That doesn't actually answer that question.
I know.
Once again, he's just hitting on him. Oh, here we go. Just the Star Wars you remember.
So that's just ageism. See, old people know everything.
I prefer old people know everything to old people are idiots who know nothing. That's how his cape got damaged.
Total gamer noob.
Build some calluses, you freaking casual. Get good. Oh my word. Not the bilats. Have you read the books?
That place sucks.
If that was a comic, it would have that little panel at the top that points to another issue for her to read.
I really think they should have not told you where needles came from, and you just have to figure it out.
No, this movie assumes you are the stupidest human alive.
Well, half of your audience would immediately
Is this
assume...
the set from Armageddon?
Not enough lava. Am I thinking of the right movie?
Yeah, he just ran over Bruce Willis.
I think I'm thinking of a different movie. Oh. Well, it was blue and now it's red, so it must be bad. Look at those nails.
I'm glad they ignored that in the other Star Wars movies.
The fact that she's still there.
I
She's part of
swear
the
if they reference that stupid robot in the new...
Episode 9?
In episode 9, I'll walk out of the theater, I think. She's doing the thing that we thought she would.
The second series of Lemony Snickets does this so much better. Sorry, third.
I can't see anything.
You know how to take something awesome like Lovecraftian horror and make it terrible?
I'm not letting you see any of it.
Put it in Star Wars?
Put it in this
Put in a Ron Howard movie?
Yep. And then have it be flyawayable in a spaceship.
Have it not like melt your brain?
Yeah, have the characters be able to recover mentally from seeing it.
So what does a creature this large eat on a daily basis?
The black hole. It's got to eat the black hole so the black hole doesn't eat it. Sorry, gravity well, my bad. If you fly toward it, only love can save you.
The only way out of this is through your daughter's bedroom.
Oh, dude. Now the Falcon looks different.
Oh, wait. I didn't see that the first time. They do explain how the middle got... I was just making a stupid joke. Yeah.
Do you think that they made him say that line a few times and that was the best take they got?
Yes.
No. I think there was a better take, but for whatever reason, they went with this one.
Originally, it was just, hey, baby.
Well,
he's like, oh, dude, Austin Powers, right?
they only got one good take out of it. He kept saying, I know, instead.
Oddly enough, whether in this maelstrom, that shot of that monster is the clearest full shot we've seen so far.
Yeah, I can almost tell what's going on in this scene.
Well, if you're making a bad movie, you make it so you can't tell what's going on, so you can't tell how bad it is. Ah, dude, they probably broke the motivator.
Am I just biased, or is every single time you deliver a long, fast-talking line like that, it just sounds like a bad...
It sounds like they're just doing like a read of the script.
Yeah, it kind of just sounds like an indie, audio drama podcast where the actors aren't very good. This was back when EpiPens were affordable. Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity knocks once in a lifetime, yo. Second question, if they're going light speed, does it matter if there's something in the way?
That's the Fast and the Furious scene.
I think he was going to say a naughty. Or just shoot, probably.
Shutterfly.
Oh,
Shish kebab.
Serenity.
Shish kebab.
Oh, they're not going to light speed yet. Second time's a charm. Just like me. Also, we're driving a spaceship that can fly like this, unlike the speeder.
Yeah, it's a lot less impressive when the ship's just designed to do the thing. And you've been doing the thing a lot, actually, and...
I should figure out what model of headphones that is. Those windows were doing heck of good keeping the dust out. And the movie's halfway over, guys.
For real?
Seriously?
There's still a lot more movie, I think.
That can't be right.
So this place is a refinery for like the most valuable substance in the galaxy. Why is it? It's like who normally uses this place?
This is another social commentary on labor situations in other countries.
Yeah, but oil refineries aren't this.
This is where the iPhones are made.
Dude, it's Woody Harrelson's bird again.
That was a good line.
That's the best line of the movie.
It was. I like that. I genuinely laughed.
He captured the heart of the audience.
They say what the audience is thinking.
I genuinely laughed.
I think that was an ADR line.
Are never, ever, ever.
They thought it was too sad that he just walk away silently. I had to put that in post.
It's not a Star Wars movie until you see people walking around in the desert.
Yeah, what's more science fiction than deserts?
Reaching for my razor blade.
I think she just needs to actually say that she's not interested. Yeah, when he was
the
going
one
to come
you
back and get
cut
him.
me in.
Yeah, I heard that you were coming back for me. You got me right out of there.
Why does she have a British accent and he doesn't?
It's because he's got a learning disability.
Oh, heck.
Star Wars has never really cared about accents.
Oh, crap, dude. My chest.
I mean, they clearly do because they make John Boyega, who plays Finn, lose his British accent that he actually has.
Wait, he's British?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
Ray has
Mary
it.
Sue, whatever her name is,
Right?
she has an accent.
I prefer just calling her Mary Sue.
Mary Sue Skywalker.
That's her real true name. They're going to show it in the next movie if she gets her name.
Right. So
An Imperial officer is going to give her name.
yeah. Wait. We all know what your name is.
Wait, we read the script. Your name is Mary Screw.
Right after she does the flip over the TIE fighter. Skywalker.
Oh.
Yeah. Because film is dead.
No, storytelling is dead.
Also, it's not film unless it's on film.
Destiny 2?
I was going to say that's Destiny. I was like, Destiny. The Forsaken is here.
It's like, yeah.
Now, do they bring someone with them to play that music every time that they show up?
Bungie just showed up on the set, so we got to work them in.
And just like Bungie, they can't tell a story to save their lives.
I like how they walked out away from all cover, and Han's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go for my gun." That seems like the right thing to do.
They are so Destiny.
What everybody in the theater was trying to do right then.
Where's Peter Dinklage when you need him? That was an old Destiny joke.
There's no way to
kill
avoid
half of us and half of them.
Diplomatic negotiations.
They know how to dress snazzy.
They call this pulling a Metroid.
I didn't know women could fight.
It breaks my whole worldview.
Yeah, this is the part where you're like, okay, so who cares? Oh wait, okay. She drinks. I still don't understand what matters. Take off your coat. It's gotta be hot.
Well, her species is pretty cold-blooded. Women, I mean. And they called them the Resistance.
What shouldn't it have been Yes We Can? Tongueless people?
I can't because I have no tongue.
Is it a sad face?
Oh, dude, it's a Pokeball.
It's a Death Star.
Detective Pikachu, confirmed.
Willow?
Hey, I know you.
He's the greatest magician in the universe.
Drugs. Oh, dang it.
Meth.
Yeah,
Blue meth.
Yeah, when they freaking screwed up our hometown, Mom became a big addict.
She just started drinking raw fuel. Like it was blue milk.
Right in the blood. Oh.
How close are they right now?
Well, it's part of Woody Harrelson's contract that no one can film a scene closer than 10 feet away from him.
No, when Woody Harrelson, it was behind Woody Harrelson's back, they were right up on each other.
It's camera tricks.
See, it's not that, they're not that close right now.
He's about 30 feet away.
They're not even in the same room. But they're so close right there.
He just missed his mark. He's not a good actor.
They're also supposed to be in the center of the frame.
He's also deaf, so that's how close he gets when he talks to people.
The problem was they weren't in the same room. It's a stunt double who was her facing the other direction.
It's an actor double, not a stunt double.
No, that's a stunt. If you got to touch that guy's face like he just did, that's a stunt.
I wouldn't touch his face.
What, it was nice.
How are they all friends all of a sudden? I don't...
Well,
she takes off her mask. You're 12.
No. They're all friends because it has to be more emotionally impactful when Woody Harrelson...
I don't think she's 12.
It's because Han Solo likes girls.
That actually fits the character if you... Yeah. Sorry.
Girls and Wookiees.
You gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them, if you know what I'm saying.
They should have put Kenny Rogers in this movie.
Gotta know when to hold them.
Yep.
Yeah, and he would have advised them to hold the script and try again.
Or maybe fold it.
Right.
And
Throw
walk
it away.
And fold it and walk away and know when to run.
Why didn't they land closer?
Instead they pulled a Ron Howard and counted their money.
That ship's only able to land in water.
Yeah, well, he said it's a yacht.
One more time.
They're really fine. She's confused. What are you talking about?
It's a zero-sum game. Let me explain to you the prisoner's dilemma.
Wait, that sounds
like
how
a
you
poor
play
game.
war with cards. That's how I play Uno.
Without an in, just to be in the game.
So they let him just keep
So
his
are those grenades?
grenades? Yeah.
Yeah. We had the same thought.
Here, hold this grenade. And we're done.
Who let that in? No.
This is Beckett. Don't you recognize him?
We told him not to drink it.
All white people look the same.
Yeah, and it's like Wookiees. How many people are going to touch his face in this movie?
Not enough. Eggs Benedict.
Which
Let me
means
say this line
nothing.
as creepily as possible.
And also in a way that no humans ever said anything similar to that.
Is he a human?
No, he's not human. He's
Now, did you hear how he delivered that line? He can't be. Or that one?
He's an android created by Tony Stark.
or some sort of hairless Wookiee.
Someone move this. Oh, more smoke.
Oh, dude, you see that? His gun's in there.
But he didn't pick it up. He must have a plan.
It's hand cream.
Dude, this is raspberry toast. It's strong. 15 milliliter Nick on this.
Really? What if nobody heard you the first time?
Then everybody dies. Is it like an absolute never ask for anything twice? Like, can he order the same thing at a restaurant?
No. It's the only constant in that man's life.
She's gonna lick it.
Oh, see, he just asked twice.
That frickin' frick. It's Lando.
So, like, if he knew that they were backstabbing him, why play along for all this time? What's the...
Woody Harrelson is the bad guy?
Yeah, this turn makes no sense.
He just kept saying he was going to stab me in the back. I didn't think he was really going to do it. Sorry, I made the joke already.
Like, doesn't he watch movies? The guy who says don't trust anybody, that's the guy you don't trust.
I kept
No,
telling
but
him
seriously,
not to
like
trust me,
from a
and he kept
script, that
trusting.
makes no sense. They play him off early as a guy who can be trusted. A guy who bonds with his partners.
But he still says, don't trust me, don't trust me, don't trust me.
Well, and what...
Right. That's it. He only makes that single cliched remark. Everything else says, if I do turn bad, that's stupid.
Yeah, he doesn't gain from this.
Yeah, he gains not screwing over that guy.
I mean, he technically probably has a grudge against these peeps because they killed his fam.
Yeah, see, they should have played up that angle. That would have made sense.
That would have been good writing. My bad. I accidentally said that.
Yeah, they would have based the thing on the things that you've seen to make logical decisions for the end of the story.
I'm sorry, I don't want to tell them.
He has the same band-aids that Kylo Ren has.
I don't want to give them that kind of information because then they'll rip my story off because they can't write one.
Just like AJ did.
The hair.
And then she cuts her nails.
I am not left-handed. We actually have the thing that we wanted here. I don't understand why this is such a critical moment.
Wait, she had that the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't you seen Destiny? It's her ult.
Yeah, for like the Warriors or something. I also think she would have put the mask on.
Why?
It would protect from bullets. Lasers, dang it.
So he just decides to steal it instead of giving it to the guy still?
See, now that was a good line.
Yeah.
That's actually a decent line.
That's because he improv'd it. I mean, the whole scene was improv. He really shot those actors and was saying...
Woody Harrelson's actually one of the biggest mass murderers in the country.
Every kill he gets in this movie is legit. Why is Han hiding? He's wearing swords.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, also, if you have a gun, why would you not say very far away? Because you can shoot a gun very far.
Yeah, why go closer?
Especially when he has
Because then you
knives.
can't have this scene.
Because it's such a good action scene, right? It's like the Raid 3.
Yeah, I really like when the star of your movie in his action scenes literally just crawling around the ground like a crab.
Like the Little Mermaid.
You know that this guy could have been the guy that played Daredevil, right? He auditioned.
Actually, in hindsight, I'm glad that it wasn't, because if you read the scripts for this...
He couldn't read the script. He was
The
blind.
dumbest part of the movie still hasn't happened yet.
I might be confused.
It's like they're building up stupid to powerfully stupid.
Her nails are black.
No,
again, by the way.
Mac. We already met
it
the
this
robot
part?
character.
So I don't see why she didn't kill him with that.
Yeah, instead she just sliced his arm.
Right, that makes no sense.
Because they wanted to pad the runtime a little bit.
Because they knew...
I mean, that was a cool kill.
Because
though.
they knew, they were like, guys, Marcus is going to make fun of this movie on the internet, and he's going to need to pee halfway through, and we got to just make him sit there a little bit longer. Yeah, he didn't actually have to. I could have just stayed far away and shot him.
Okay, so this is why she's the worst character in this entire movie, because clearly she's not into him and she doesn't really like him, because at this point, if she really cared, she could be with him, but she doesn't have the guts to just tell him that she doesn't like him. She instead, convinces him that she's gonna meet him and ditches. She's just the world's most cowardly dumper.
That makes this the most realistic Star Wars movie ever, you know?
Instead of Natalie Portman just marrying Anakin. She just ditches him at the altar.
That would have been a much better motivation for him to turn to the dark side, too.
Oh, word, yeah.
Now bend the knee.
But what about the younglings?
That's a word I never need to hear again. It's right up there with sand.
He definitely believes her. Look at that face. He's like, okay, she's coming. She's like, well, I don't have to tell him that.
Sucker!
Glad I got rid of that
Treat
guy.
yourself!
My ring?
And now I am free. And my nails are black again. I love the emotion displayed on her face there. Can you tell me what it was?
Confusion?
Uncertainty
was
about her
emotion.
acting choices.
It was emotion.
What am I acting in? What movie is this?
So is this like the Ring of Power? Whoever possesses the ring possesses the power?
One ring to rule them all, and in darkness.
You have to bring the 5 rings
Here it is.
together.
Oh, I
Hold
forgot.
on. Here it is.
So,
The dumbest part of the movie.
So when I watched this movie, I was texting Drewby, and I'm like, oh dude, what the heck is Darth Maul doing in this movie? And I'm like, oh, that can't be Darth Maul, he's dead. And he's like, no, they brought him back in the TV show. And I'm like, wait, what? That's Darth Maul?
Oh, yeah.
What is this bullcrap? What is this?
If you notice, he has robot legs.
Oh my word, what is this?
It is pretty cool in the TV show, though.
No. Soldo, this is really dumb. But hold on. Right here. This is the dumbest part of the movie.
When he turns on both his blades?
Yes. No. This part right here. Hold- It's coming. Right here. Now imagine if he had pointed a gun at her. That would be just as not terrifying.
Well, they were worried that the audience might not know that it's actually supposed to be Darth Maul.
Yes.
The only thing people know about him is he's red with spiky horns and has a double-bladed lightsaber.
So my thought when I saw this was, oh, he must just be another one of those guys because that's a species.
Right, but if he's a super force user, he could have force pushed her or force choked her. He didn't need to show his lightsaber.
No, he was saying, see, my sword is so big.
That's
my Schwartz is red. She's behind it the whole time. She's part of the survivor. She was part of Red Dawn before she even met you.
Na, 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 na.
I like that crossover idea.
Beyonce?
No, the Red Dawn.
Red Dawn Star Wars.
That's a good part. I like it when people are just like not shooting people they should shoot in movies and it goes bad.
Yeah, that's definitely top 3 parts of the movie right there. That's the most Han Solo thing he does in the entire thing.
Well, I think that's why they had to do it because
he shot first.
Yeah,
yes.
Han shot first.
It's about time.
They were retconning.
It's been
George
like 40
Lucas's...
years since he shot first.
They were retconning George Lucas's retcon.
This is so dumb.
Kiss him. Kiss him. Kiss him. And then Chewie's jealous, and then there's all...
So it's like either the actors read the script and didn't see it, or they saw it and like what they did see was the pile of money out in their front yard. And they go, yeah, I'll do it.
This was before they realized that Star Wars movies could also be crappy, because this movie didn't make as much money as they wanted it to. Probably because somebody saw it and told their friend, yo, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, here was the problem.
And they're like, no, I saw episode 1. He's like, no. It sucks worse.
Oh, no, it's not worse than episode 1.
I saw episode 1 as a child and I liked it. I don't think.
So is that what she wanted? Did she want to be a Padawan the whole time? I do not understand this. It makes no sense.
I think she just wanted to be mean. She wanted to bully Han, I think.
Or maybe she just...
Her
that's what I'm saying.
motivation
She
was
wanted
that.
to leave Han, or she just likes being subservient to men.
She wanted Han Solo to become the cynical smuggler that he becomes so that he can save the rebellion, save the dream.
And she knew the only way to do that would be to abandon him?
Yep.
Because she's him from another
because
timeline.
she is Rey.
And that's
Wait,
why
she's
that's
his
why
daughter?
that's why Rey is so good with the Force
Rey
and
is Han Solo's
lightsabers and good at
daughter.
everything
Well, if you
because she
rearrange-
was
No.
trained by.
Then she's Rey's mom.
If you rearrange the letters
okay.
from Kira, it spells Mary Sue.
Skywalker.
Well, okay, I will say she is not a Mary Sue.
No, she's not, but her daughter is if it's Rey.
She is just a very poorly written character.
No, her daughter's Rey. She's not.
Because I don't look. Characters
think
have.
her
She's a
daughter is
major
Rey.
character in this show. What is her motivation
To get paid.
to do anything? No, that's the actor's motivation.
There's no difference.
Like, what is her desire? Was her desire the whole time to run that syndicate?
Yes. Also, are these
Like,
characters
there is
all characters
no
from
hints
the
of
show?
that.
No, none whatsoever.
Okay. Just Darth Maul.
That doesn't make sense.
I know that's what you need. Maybe someday you won't have freckles.
That's called foreshadowing. That's really good writing right there. All the best foreshadowing comes at the end of a movie.
Here, take my chapstick.
It's not chapstick. It's
Hey,
a vape pen.
hey, take my rig.
He's like, dude, this is
Rip some fat clouds.
dude, this isn't even sub-ohming. Let me mod it real quick. Your PG-VG ratio is off. You get fatter clouds if only you do this.
Fiend, did you burn the coil? What the crap?
A river. Yeah, I don't think have we ever seen a river in Star Wars?
Episode 1. Jar Jar almost goes over the waterfall at the end of the river.
He's into humans and robots. I wonder what's going to happen here. When I was watching this the first time, I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, well, the movie's over. What's going to happen? She was like, I can't read.
I don't know how to play this game. I don't know what that means.
Another Taylor Swift reference. My Assassin's Creed blade isn't working.
Oh, wait. He's wearing the razor blade that Kira
had. He is. It's a little subtle reference. Han got the falcon, he got the lady.
See, that's when he goes, wait a second, he was cheating. He had another card in his hand. And everybody would have believed Lando.
Not too bright, these guys.
Like a fat slob gangster?
When you told me I should act in this movie.
Yeah, he's
right, like
the anime.
Like, well, yeah.
How disappointed would you be if your name was the first name in the credits there?
That's twice I've given up that time in my life. I'll never get back.
Dude, I'm telling you, when I was on my way home from work today, I was like, I don't want to watch this.
See, this is what I say. We should have just watched Samson and made fun of that because we know it was going to be terrible.
Well, this one was terrible.
Let's end this and eat some snacks. That was 2 hours.
I like snacks.
Yep. And then come back and do...
And devote more time to the idea of that movie.
Thanks for listening to the podcast that we produce here at Wackmatters.com. Just in case you didn't know, we have a lot of different shows running right now. There's Life's What You Rate It, where me and my brother Mark rate everything on a scale from 1 to 10 that exists in the entire universe. Tune In, where Marcus and his friend Karsten talk about cartoons and their value for people of all ages. Of course, WackTracks, where me and a bunch of friends make commentary tracks for whatever shows or movies we might be into at the time. And our newest show on the network, The Music Matters, where my friend Trevor creates a discussion around all the matters relating to music. If you'd like to support the content we make here at Wackmatters.com, please go to wackmatters.storeenvy.com and check out our merchandise section. We sell t-shirts right now, and there's more merchandise to come. Even if you don't want to buy a t-shirt, there is a donate button at wackmatters.com that you can use to support the content that we already make and to help fund creative ideas for the future. Additionally, this podcast is also brought to you by Audible.com. If you go to audibletrial.com/Wackmatters, you can sign up for a free 30-day trial with Audible.com where you get to listen to a free audiobook of your choosing and can continue subscribing for an awesome audiobook content subscription. Remember, that's audibletrial.com/Wackmatters. We love you all and hope you will continue checking out the content we make here at Wackmatters.com. Have a great day.